Andy, just some of your emotions after that and how you feeling?
Yeah, just absolutely over the moon. Sense of relief. It's probably the first time, probably this year where I've really felt the pressure of needing the win. I think when an opponent suffering a little bit of adversity, obviously we'd seen it in the press that they had some players missing. It felt like a significant game for us as a group that we need to make sure that we win this one. And there was a period there with 10 to go and we're 10 down. It's like, oh, is it going to slip away from us? But I always had that belief in the group that if we can get the ball into our best players' hands, we could cause them some problems, and we did that. I thought Westerman and Watts were very good through the middle, and Gareth Widdop at full back, played his best game of the season by some distance, and we need them senior blokes too. So yeah, really pleased, and a huge sense of passion and relief for the supporters because they've done it tough. The fact that 2,000 of them was there singing at the end, and we're giving them something to sing about, and hopefully they'll really enjoy the weekend now on the back of obviously a good performance and a win. So really pleased for the club and the supporters in particular.
You spoke a lot in the past week or so about improving that execution and the fact that you were creating chances just not finishing them. Ron Smith's just been in saying that they couldn't cope with the speed at which you were coming at them. That must really please you as well.
Yeah, it was really pleasing. I touched on it outside with Sky. After the Hull FC Challenge Cup game, we had a big meeting which I'd been, working on and was probably going to try and put it back to the beginning of pre-season next year. But because of the nature of where I was at, I felt I needed to fast forward that and just spoke about, setting some standards again and, putting that first half of the season behind us and really attacking the second half of the season. And although we didn't get the result, there were some shoots of promise against Huddersfield. Defensively, connected and working hard for each other, despite the ball control in the game against Huddersfield. And then today, some of the stuff that we worked on in practice was there for all to see. Our execution was very good. We were slick on the edge, and we started to nail those opportunities that were created. We picked the right pass and scored some really nice rugby league tries.
How impressed were you with the response to those tries that were early in each half as well? Because we've seen that happen at times this season, and heads have gone down, but that wasn't the case tonight.
I think that's something like let you in a little bit of a chat what we've just had in the changing rooms. Paul McShane, singled out the right edge. The right edge got exposed a couple of times for some defensive stuff, but they didn't go into the shell. They carried on, stepping up and demanding the ball, and they scored obviously 3 really good tries which swung the game in our favour. So a big shout out to that right edge. They didn't allow the little bit of adversity in the face and a couple of misreads to affect them. They remained positive and they responded in the right manner, which was executing from an offensive point of view. So that was really pleasing.
What do you mean to Gareth Wood's performance? He obviously struggled with those couple of high bombs, but really grew into that game.
Yeah, he's a quality player, he's Gaz, and he's a quality person. That's the big thing that I've noticed from working with him. We did good reports about him as an individual, and he's a quality person. He's a really smart rugby league player. He trains well. He speaks well in his meetings, and he's part of our leadership group, and he's someone that we lean on with his rugby experience and his rugby knowledge. And today he picked some great passes, and he looked a threat when he came out the back on a couple of those sweep lines, and his ability to kick as well really helped us at the back, and he was really good organising the defensive numbers. So it was a bit of a throwback, and it's a position he's comfortable playing in. He's played internationally, he's played in the NRL in that position, so we knew if we had to use him in that full-back position, he'd be good for us, and he certainly was.
He seems to be really linked it well with Jack Broadbent and Jacob Miller in those halves as well.
Yeah, all 3 of those players have all got individual strengths. Jack Broadbent's a very good runner of the football, a good athlete, got good turn of pace. So trying to get him in positions to run the football is important for us. Gaz has got that ability to link, Brodie to obviously Milky, and then Milky, is someone we brought in and wanted to really find his voice. And I think he's done that the last couple of weeks. He's starting to get his hands on the ball more, control things a little bit more for us. And if we can get them, working on the training field, we're going to be better. And there were some real good performances from the 3 of them today.
How's Alex Melody's HIA?
I'm not sure. He's come off. He's speaking fine. He's just had his can of coke after the game, so he's happy. I think he's going to have a couple of stitches, but I think he's past his actual HIA. But obviously, it happened, with less than 15 minutes to go. So we were in a position where we needed him back out there. So touch wood, he should be okay.
What was John Turner's?
Jordan came into the game with a little bit of a tight calf. We monitored it. He got through training absolutely fine, but then during the course of the game, he felt his full left side, calf, glute, hamstring all tighten up. So we feel as though it might be a bit of a neural thing. But because of the nature of Leeds and the fact that the challenge you from anywhere on the field, you can't stop moving defensively. JT was, just limping a little bit, and we just made the decision to put Kenny onto that left centre position and put a fresh body in George Griffin into that left side back row, and they did a good job. JT, was reluctant to come off, but it was just the nature of the team that you're playing against. You can't have any passengers out there, and just felt the way that he was moving. I didn't want him to get caught out and then be kicking himself that he'd missed a play from a defensive point of view. So it was a precaution, and hopefully taking him off when we did, it'll allow him to be available for selection next week. Thank you.
And you brought Jason back from Bradford and sort of challenged him, didn't you, going into this week? And that was some response from him. What kind of a springboard can this be?
I think we all know what Jason's about. He's very, very athletic. He can finish a try. You put him into open field, he can finish from distance. But what I was pleased about with him today was the stuff that was challenged to do better in. He carried out a yardage. He made some telling carries. There was one in the first half where he picked up out of dummy half, took a short side carry, made a good 15-20 metres, which got the team on the front foot. We've just got to get him enthused about doing that job and, rolling his sleeves up and getting set started for us. And he did that really, really well. And then, the try that he scored, was a very, very good one. But we know he's capable of that. We've just got to keep working on the things that he needs to improve. And we know that if we get him into good ball space and create those opportunities for him, he'll finish them.
Is the sort of manner of this win, the sort of emotional ending, etc., is this something you can really sort of harness?
Definitely, I'd like to hope so. We spoke about being together and being connected and, working our way through, the tough times that we've faced this year. And I think it was evident, the last play of the game, the message went down, it's 1 minute, you've just got to defend this 1 minute, and we're counting the tackles down, that's one tackle, that's two tackle. And the fact that we was able to, throw a player over the sideline, 15 metres out, and there was 4 or 5 players in there, driving him to the sideline, is a real show of togetherness and a real show of unity, and that's something that I probably will look to feature in the review.
Is there a somewhat relief that now the gap's even bigger between yourselves and Wakefield?
I've been really, really conscious. I don't want to look at Wakefield too much. I think it's about us. Really important that we take care of business because we've got a good team on paper. And what was evident today that those players who've been excellent in the past and played for the countries and lit up Sub League, they put performance which was of quality, and we need more of that from our senior blokes. And if we do that, we'll get more wins than losses. And then, regardless of what Wakefield do, it's out of their hands. We need to make sure that we take care of our own performance and make sure that we perform to the best of our ability. And I'm just really pleased that we got the win today.
So on that, you'll be looking at the team above.
Yeah, look at the teams above you. Just keep knocking off, performances and don't look too far ahead of yourself. We've got Salford this week. They've had a good result against Hull KR. We'll need to be very, very good because they're a well-coached team and they're a real threat. But we'll look forward to the opportunity of, building on what we've done today.
How important has been
Excuse me.
about the play's been for you and the team and the way that they're gradually getting their character now?
Yeah, Craig's been good. He's very level-headed, very calm. Showed a little bit of emotion at the end of the game, along with myself, which was brilliant. It shows that he's connected, obviously, to the club in the short time that he's been with us. But I think the biggest thing is the players will get confidence from what we've been telling them. We've introduced a couple of little new things from an attacking point of view, a couple of little new things from a defensive point of view, and they've seen the benefits of what we've taught them and what we've said to them, because the performances have improved, so that allows you to build on that. And you know, Craig's been, you know, good because he's got some experience as head coach, and you know, he's got a good manner with the players, a good man manager, and he's someone which has fitted into our group really, really well.